everyone. So today we have a very big haul video, and I went a little crazy and bought 13 books from Amazon in the Diwali sale. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce you to the book briefly. I will be doing a in detail video of reviews of all these books. So right now just get into what all I've bought, and maybe I'll read you the description on the book behind and tell you what to expect. So let's get into the video. So first of all, I have 13 books over here, so this video might be really long, so just settle in. So let's start with the first book. My first book is Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda, and to be very honest, I've already read the book. I couldn't wait, even a moment once it was delivered to me. But then I will make a detailed video of the book in maybe 2 days. So let's see what it's written behind on the book. So first there's a quote from the book that says, "Straight people should have to come out too. The more awkward it is, the better." Simon Spire is 16 and trying to work out who he is and what he's looking for. But when one of his emails to the very distracting Blue falls into the wrong hands, things get all kinds of complicated. Because for Simon, falling for Blue is a big deal. So, I hope you are excited about this book, and if you've read it, please leave your comments below and tell me what you feel about the book. So our next book is Leah on the Offbeat. So this is basically the sequel to Simon versus Homo Sapiens Agenda. Leah is Simon's best friend. So let's see what's written behind. So it says, "When it comes to drumming, Leah Burke is usually right on the beat, but real life is a little harder to manage. She loves to draw but is too self-conscious to show it, and she hasn't mustered the courage to tell her friends she's bisexual, not even to her openly gay BFF Simon. So Leah really doesn't know what to do when her real rock-solid friendship group starts to fracture. With prom and college on the horizon, tensions are running high. It's hard for Leah when the people she loves are fighting, especially when she realizes she might love one of them more than she ever intended." I have read this book too, and to be very honest, I'm in love with this book. Might be a little more than what I loved Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda. So both of these books are really worth it. Like I have no words for these books. And Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda was made into a movie called Love, Simon, but I haven't been able to get my hand on the movie yet, so it'll just be a book review. Now the next book that we have is the exact opposite of OK. This book is by Laura Stephen, and it says, "Izzy never expected to be 18 and internationally reviled, but when photos involving her, a politician's son, and a garden bench emerged, the trolls set out to take her apart. Armed with best friend Ajita and a metric ton of nachos, she must figure out who is behind the vicious website while keeping her sanity intact. Izzy is about to find out that the way the world treats girls is not okay." So I'm really excited about this book because it basically talks about online trolling, and how people treat women online is not exactly ideal, or it's not exactly what we expect, but the harsh reality is very different. So I'm really excited about this book. Our next book is Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon. So this book basically is about a girl who never goes out of the house, and let's read what's written behind. So, "Live life in a bubble or risk everything for love. Maddie is allergic to the world. She hasn't left her house in 17 years. Ollie is the boy next door. He is determined to find a way to reach her. Everything is about the crazy risks we take for love. The extraordinary first novel about love is one of the best books I've read this year, says Jodie Pickle. So I'm really excited about this book because I consider myself to be an introvert too. So I don't know, not an extreme introvert, but I'm really excited about Maddie's world. So let's see how this goes. So our next book is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. And to be very honest, I bought this book mainly because so many people are raving about this book on Bookstagram. So let's see what's written behind. So it says, Dante can swim, Ari can't. Dante is articulate and self-assured. Ari has a hard time with words and suffers from self-doubt. Dante gets lost in poetry and art. Ari gets lost in thoughts of his older brother who is in prison. Dante is fair-skinned. Ari's features are much darker. It seems that a boy like Dante, with his open and unique perspective on life, would be the last person to break down the walls that Ari has built around himself. But against all odds, when Ari and Dante meet, they develop a special bond that will teach them the most important truths of their lives and help define the people they want to be. But there are big hurdles in their way, and only by believing in each other and the power of their friendship can Ari and Dante emerge stronger on the other side. So I'm really excited about this book, and I'll let you know very soon what I think about it in a detailed review. So the next book is The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. So this is a kind of self-help book, and I have read great reviews on Amazon about this book. So it says a book that will change your life. So I was very intrigued by the quote, and it says, one of the pioneering voices of affirmative thinking, Dr. Joseph Murphy, can unlock the truly staggering powers of your subconscious mind. In this remarkable book, Dr. Murphy combines spiritual wisdom and scientific research to explain how your subconscious mind influences every single aspect of your life. By understanding and harnessing its powers, you can control and improve the quality of your daily life, from getting that promotion you deserve to overcoming phobias and bad habits, strengthening interpersonal relationships and increasing your wealth. The power of subconscious mind can open a world of success, happiness, prosperity, and peace for you. A lot of people have recommended this book to me, and I really wanted to know what the fuss was all about. So let's see how this book goes. The next book is considered to be a classic by Oscar Wilde. This is the book called The Picture of Dorian Gray, and it's basically, it says the soul is a terrible reality. It can be bought and sold and bartered away. Meet Dorian Gray, the beautiful young man with an impossibly charming face and spirit. As he sits for Basil Hallward, a deeply moral artist and a friend of the impish Lord Henry, who becomes obsessed with his beauty and wants to paint him, Dorian is enchanted by the perfection of his portrait. But influenced by the well-phrased epigrams of the hedonist Lord Henry on the transience of youth and beauty, Dorian becomes jealous of it and wishes that the portrait bears the scar of his passing youth and age, while he would remain young forever. And alas, his wish comes true. Enticed into dissolution and degradation while his portrait is aging in the attic, Dorian engages in scandals and sinful pleasures. We see him go from good to evil, but is he any happier? The novel, written by Oscar Wilde, The Picture of Dorian Gray, is an arresting moral commentary and a classic example of Gothic fiction, with an unparalleled depiction of Faustian bargain. This parable of aesthetic ideal remains a literary masterpiece among 125 years after its publication. So it's basically about how personalities can go from, thinking about going from good to bad, and then how it really manifests in their life. I think it's a kind of a dark book. So I'll let you know my thoughts after I read this book. So a detailed review coming up soon. This book, to be very honest, I picked up because it has a really beautiful cover and it had great reviews on Amazon. So here's what this says. She had a perpetual sense as she watched the taxi cabs of being far out to sea and alone. She always had the feeling that it was very, very dangerous to live one even day. Wednesday, June 1923, post-war Britain. Miss Dalloway said she would buy the flowers herself, and thus begin the preparation of Clarissa Dalloway's party. And she goes around London, memories of the past embrace her, and she is left introspecting about the decisions she had made in life and love. In another part of the city, Septimus Warren Smith, a veteran of the First World War, is spending the day with his wife. He is suffering from shell shock and hallucinations. What happens as their day and life entwines? Narrated in the stream of consciousness mode, Virginia Woolf's Mrs. Dalloway is a unique novel in that it takes place in a single day. The novel highlights the broken inner state of people after the First World War. One of her greatest achievements, the book was included in the Times list of the 100 best English language novels written since 1923. The novel has undergone various film adaptations and continues to inspire its readers. So our next book is A Man Called Ove. So this book is written by Frederick Backman, and the backside of the book says, Ove is almost certainly the grumpiest man you will ever meet. He thinks himself surrounded by idiots, joggers, neighbors who can't reverse a trailer properly, and shop assistants who talk in code. But isn't it rare these days to find such old-fashioned clarity of belief and deed? Such unswavering conviction about what the world should be, and a lifelong dedication to making it just so. In the end, you will see there is something about O that is quite unresistible. Finally, rescued all those men who constantly mean to read novels but never get around to it. This seems to be a great book. I'm very intrigued by the character O. And let's see how the whole book goes. Our next book is Alexander the Great. I mainly bought this book because of an ongoing TV series called Porus. It is about the battle between an Indian king, Porus, and Alexander. So I was very curious after watching the TV series about Alexander's life and had to get this book. So let's see where it takes me. Our next book is The Great Gatsby. It's again a classic, and I've heard so much about this book, but I never got around to reading it. So I had to buy this book. So let's see what's written behind. It's the roaring 20s, and New York City is the place to be. Everything can be purchased, everyone can be bought. But can you make money erase your past? In the roaring 20s, it is a time of overindulgence. As far as the eyes can see and the mind can perceive, there are ostentatious displays of wealth and even more lavish displays of decadency. Unapologetic decadency. But does it ever stop? It's the roaring 20s, and the great American dream has been perverted. It no longer stands for anything profound that resonates with people. But does the idealism even attempt to stop the materialism? As more and more people lose themselves to the lure of money, ironically the only person who remains unaffected is J. Gatsby. the enigmatic host of the most extravagant parties. In the definitive tale on American culture, Fitzgerald pits a chaste dream against the corrupting influences of wealth and comes up with an epic story that can only be defined as a great American novel. I'm very intrigued by this book, and I can't wait to read it. Now here are two books that I brought from a recycling shop that we have near us. So you can get a lot of these novels for really cheap, like 20 rupees or so. So I bought this one. It's by Kane Follett. It's called Paper Money. It seems to be a really old edition. So it says, paper money. It was worth a night of sex that a high government official would never forget. It was worth setting the stock market spinning in a ruthless grab for a giant corporation. It was worth any gamble for a corporate trader who used willing women as his pawns, illicit information as his tool, and deadly violence as his weapon. It's a breakneck speed, newly discovered, early caper of high finance and underworld villainy from Kane Follett, the Grand Master of international action and suspense. So it seems like the book has a great premise about which revolves around money. So maybe it takes you through the dark ages of money and through the dark deeds that people commit just for money. So I was really intrigued by the book and had to buy this. The last book that we have on the list is The Bad Witness by Laura Van Wormer. So the book says, called to testify in a sensational mafia boss murder, trial is unfolding in sunny California. Journalist Sally Harrington is the key witness for the defense. Unfortunately, Sally knows more than she'd like to about the accused. After all, the East Coast mobster once tried to have her killed. But it isn't until Sally's life is threatened once again that things really get interesting. That's when the defense counsel accuses Sally, his own witness, of being more interested in the attractive police officer who's now protecting her than in being a witness. This is Sally's world, where Sally is making more news than she is reporting. And whether the danger and intrigue involve Hollywood stars or celebrated mafia dons, Sally Harrington is determined to get the truth and see that the justice is done. Of course, she may just take a few hair-raising and romantic detours along the way. I really love books that have female protagonists, and especially when they are women of power. So this book really intrigued me, and I bought it on the spot without even thinking about it. And this too was just 20 bucks. So I'll keep you all posted. So thank you for watching the video. Please like, share and subscribe. Also leave in the comments any suggestions that you would like for me to incorporate in my videos, as my channel is very new and the content is very raw at this stage, but I'll definitely try to incorporate all your suggestions. Thanks. Bye.